and welcome to Learning Dutch with Kathy. In our very first video today, we are going to learn some basic grammars and basic sentences in daily conversation. Now let's get started. Hallo, ik ben Kathy. Ik woon in Nederland. Which means, hi, I am Kathy. I live in the Netherlands. First, let's have a look at the Dutch personal pronouns. We have first singular. Ik means I. Jij, je, u, you. Hij is he. Zij, ze, she. And then we have plural. Wij, we mean we. Jullie is you. Zij, ze is they. Now there are some points that you need to pay attention to. For example, we have 3 different words for you. Je, the word in the middle, is very popular in Dutch, mentioning you. The first word, jij, you could use it when you want to emphasize to the listener, which are the person you are talking to, that that is you, not someone else. And the last one, u, is actually a formal you. For example, you can use u in the 3 following situations. First situation, when you are talking to older people, you should use u, showing your respect. Or second, you are in a job interview. You should address u to the interviewer for the first time. After that, if he or she doesn't want you to call him or her u, they will correct it for you, and they will say, you can call me jij. And the last situation, when you are talking to a very important person, for example, like the president or the prime minister or the ministers. As you may have seen, the pronouns for she number 4 and they number 7 are the same. Zij, ze, which may make you sometimes confused. Well, it is quite simple. If you want to define whether the subject is she or they, you just need to look at the verbs following the subjects. So if the verb after that is singular, the subject is definitely she. And if the verb is plural, so the subject is for sure they. Now just have a look at the 2 following examples. 1. Zij woont in Amsterdam. She lives in Amsterdam. 2. Zij wonen in Amsterdam. They live in Amsterdam. You could see that the verbs in 2 sentences are different. That's why we could define whether the subject of the sentence is she or they. But how come that zij woont and zij wonen? To get to that point, between the verb and the subject, first we should go through a very important rules in Dutch grammar, which is called stem. So what is a stem? Let's get the definition of the stem. The stem is an infinitive without en. So let's have a look at the first verb. Wonen means to live. So the O in the wonen is a long O because we pronounce it wonen. So when we put in a stem, we should put double O. Then we pronounce it woon. We will have a separate lesson about these rules later because it is quite complicated about pronunciation in Dutch. Now let's have a look at the next verb, werken, to work. Werk. Komen, to come. Kom. Zitten, to sit, zit. Studeren, to study, studeer. Spreken, to speak, spreek. So these are some examples of some verbs and their stems. For now, what you should do is just note it down and learn by heart. So now we are ready to move to the next grammar point, a simple present. You could see on the left side we have subjects, on the right side are the verbs following the subject. So number 1, ik, means I. You just put the stem in, then you already have a verb in the simple present. Easy, right? And for number 2, 3, 4, which means for you, he and she, just put an T behind the stem. And then you already have the verbs. For number 5, 6 and 7, just put a home verb in the simple present tense. These are some examples of some commonly used verbs in Dutch. On the left side, you can see the subject. Let's move on. The first verb, spreken, to speak. Ik spreek. Jij, hij, zij spreekt. Wij, jullie, zij spreken. The second verb, wonen, to live. Ik woon. Jij, hij, zij woont. Wij, jullie, zij wonen. The third verb, komen, to come. Ik kom. Jij, hij, zij komt. Wij, jullie, zij komen. And the last verb, gaan, to go. Ik ga. Jij, hij, zij gaat. Wij, jullie, zij gaan. Now, let's make some sentences using all the knowledge that we have learned today so far. 1. Hij werkt in een ziekenhuis. Hij werkt in een ziekenhuis. He works at a hospital. Ze komen uit Vietnam. Ze komen uit Vietnam. They come from Vietnam. 3. Zij werkt bij een bank. Zij werkt bij een bank. She works at a bank. And the last one. Ik spreek Nederlands en Engels. Ik spreek Nederlands en Engels. I speak Dutch and English. Very good. Well done. So far we have learned a lot today. But last but not least, in Dutch there are many irregular verbs and they don't follow any rules of the regular verbs. These are 2 typical examples of irregular verbs in Dutch, and they are also very commonly used. Hebben and zijn. Now, here are hebben and zijn. First, hebben, to have. Ik heb. Jij, je hebt. U heeft. Zij, hij heeft. Wij, jullie, zij hebben. Second verb, zijn, to be. Ik ben. Jij, je, u bent. Hij, zij is. Wij, jullie, zij zijn. Here are some examples. 1. Ik ben Kathy. Jij bent Peter. I am Kathy. You are Peter. 2. Wij zijn op vakantie. Wij zijn op vakantie. We are on vacation. 3. Zij heeft een fiets. Zij heeft een fiets. She has a bike. 4. Hoe lang zijn jullie in Nederland? Hoe lang zijn jullie in Nederland? How long are you guys in the Netherlands? 5. Jullie gaan naar huis. Jullie gaan naar huis. You are going home. And the last one. Jij spreekt goed Nederlands. Jij spreekt goed Netherlands. You speak good Dutch. Well, there's a lot of rules in Dutch language, right? Don't get panicked. Just keep practicing, and one day you can speak Dutch fluently, believe me. For now, success means good luck. En tot de volgende keer means see you next time. Doei doei!